Alright, back to Fate Hollow Ataraxia. Let's just start another loop, I guess. Okay. What else can we do? Let's see. Nothing here. Nothing here. Probably nothing at nighttime either. That was the first day. We usually talk to Karen on the first day, but no more Karen scenarios. Exclamation mark here? What's this for? Is it for the eclipse scene? Well, let's see, actually. I don't know. Oh, no, it's for Rin. Okay, we'll talk to Rin. Now then. Speaking of things to ask Tohsaka about, ask about London. Why not? How was London? Come to think of it, she's been all the way to England and back, so why not take the opportunity to ask what it was like? Even if I'm not very good, I'm still a magic user. I'm interested in what the headquarters of the Mages Association, the Clock Tower in London, is like.
どんな場所かって、ただの博物館だけど。あ、お土産いる?
Souvenir. With that, Tohsaka takes out a super thick book and offers it to me. It's a fancy and unappealing art catalog, something that could be bought with a discount at the British Museum.
まあ、もらっておくけど。
I accept the present, giving her my thanks. I don't know, is she sarcastic right now?
お金に困ったら、エミヤ君には頑張ってもらうんだから、今のうちに武器以外も投影できるよう予習しといてね。彫刻はかさばるから。
Oh, okay. I thought Rin was like pulling our leg for some reason, but no, yeah, it makes sense. You project, paintings instead. Well, actually, if you can like counterfeit famous paintings, you could sell them and get super rich, but I don't know. I don't know about the ethics for that. That's Tohsaka for you. Even a souvenir is an investment for her.
犯罪には加担しないぞ。第一。あっちにも魔術寄りの鑑定士がいるんだろう。俺の贋作なんて一発で見抜かれるぞ。
あら、まだ自分の特技が分かってないみたいね。エミヤ君の投影を初見で見抜けるやつはそういないわ。構成でチェックする術者じゃまずアウト。霊媒系の術者なら違和感に気づくだろうけど、曰く付きのものしか霊媒家にはいかないのよね。売り逃げが目的なら巨万の富が築けるわよ。
Alright, let's get rich.
本当か？
本当も本当。師匠として私も鼻が高いぐらい。
It's a bit complicated, but I actually might be feeling pretty good about this.
まあ、そんなことしたら後が怖いんだけどね。ボニーとクライドじゃあるまいし。大金の代わりに指名手配なんかされたらたまらないわ。
Oh, darn you and your morals.
そりゃ俺もたまらない。お金より命だよな。
Plus, I couldn't bear being treated as an accomplice when I was only forced to it either.
そうね。派手に稼ぐのは楽しそうだけど、すぐに見つかっちゃ意味がないわ。元手のかからない商売だし、地味にコツコツ行きましょう。
The joke. That was just a typical Tohsaka style joke. I repeated that 3 times in my head, then decided to completely change the subject. It's like, she said, don't do it because it's illegal, but let's just not get caught. It's not illegal if you don't get caught, right? No. Okay.
商売の話はまた後ほど。ロンドンでの話だけど、何か印象的なことなかったか？物価が安いとか、料理がまずいとか、新しい友人ができたとか。
お土産じゃなくて土産話でいいの？そうね。時計塔っていうのはそのまんまの意味なんだけど、工房のほとんどは地下にあったかな。下に行けば行くほど狂気度が上がっていくダンジョンそのものよ。エジプトの教会を穴蔵呼ばわりしてるけど、モグラドなら負けてないんじゃない？時計塔も。
Egypt's association? There's a association in Egypt as well?
で、他には？もうちょっとまともな話とかないのか？
他って 観光なんてしてる暇なかったわよ。宝石圏の後始末用の材料をかき集めて、実験室の予約もして、鉱石家のお偉いさんに何度も挨拶して、スポンサーになってくれそうなお貴族様を絞り込んで、来年から使うアパートメントを探して、一応格安で貸してくれるっていう学生寮の様子を見に行って。
どうした？苦虫噛みつぶしたような顔して。
ちょっとね、学生寮の下見に行った時、嫌な女と知り合ったの。
I met this real bitch. Wow.
そいつのおかげで学生寮は出禁になって、本格的にアパートメント探しをすることになったのよ、私。
A vein is pulsing on her forehead. Tohsaka can be harsh at times, but I think this is the first time I've ever heard her call someone a bitch.
嫌な女って、もしかして俺たちと同い年？
How'd she say it? I mean, it probably sounds different in Japanese. Like, yada ona? Like, you know, I guess... Oh, what would she say, actually? I want to, like, hear her say it again, if possible.
ちょっとね、学生寮の下見に行った時、嫌な女と知り合ったの。
Yana ona, I guess. Ona, I guess, means woman, but, you know, ona, usually you don't refer that to a person, right? Because that's really rude, so that's why it's, I guess, translated as, like, a expletive, but I don't know. Or, what's that? Is it an expletive? I mean, sometimes, I guess. I don't know, what's an expletive? Expletive, I guess, is just, like, when, it's just something you yell when something happens, I guess, like you get hurt. Or whatever, you say, fuck, you know, when you get hurt. But I don't know, anyway.
どうして？
いや、なんとなく。登坂がそういう風に言うのは、ほら。
Again, yada ona. Yada, I guess, what does it mean, actually? I'm not sure. Yada means like, as far as I know, it seems like something that you don't want, basically. Yada. So, I don't know. I'm just interested in the ways that you can swear in Japanese. It's like, it's very different in English, you know. There's not like one particular word that you say, you know, that means universally like bitch, I guess. But like I don't know. There's just different ways to swear in Japanese. It's interesting to me. Anyway, the way she spoke about her with such disdain, it sounds like the kind of thing you'd expect between equals, or, to be frank, similar people.
まあ、シローの言う通りだけど、そいつとは受付でばったり会ってね。初めは普通に話してたのよ。挨拶も礼儀正しかったし、会話もキレがあって心地よかったしね。まあ、あの服装はどうかと思ったけど、見るからにお金持ちだったし、また悪趣味とは思わなかったわ。
Rich, eh? Yeah, I think I know who she is. Oh. I felt a tinge of hatred in the word yet. The intensity of Tohsaka's irritation is steadily increasing, and now even her magical energy is pulsing along the vein in her forehead. It seems like she's just venting. Now then, as Tohsaka's story becomes nothing but a continuous stream of dirty phrases beyond this point, let's go to a flashback instead. Okay. Alright, Shirou. Wee!
あれは我が学生寮史上最悪の事件でした。ミス・トーサカとレディ・ルビアゼリッタ。
ミス・トーサカ。
一体このどちらが犯人なのかは論ずるところではありません。私たちが後世に伝えるべきことは、彼女たちを決して同席させてはならないという事実のみである。
August 8th, 2000X. Receptionist Octavia Leyland's testimony. Okay.
はい、それではお預かりします。条件に合った部屋を問い合わせますので、しばらくお待ちになってください。
It's funny how it's like there's a different visual novel style right now.
なんとか間に合ったか。あとは査定を待つだけ。失礼。私もよろしい？来年度の入居受付はこちらでしょ？
There you go, there's Luvia. We only saw her briefly, you know, in the, I guess, the Maho Shoujo episode. But now she's here in the flashback as well. We never actually meet her directly, though, funnily enough. This is also like, we're not really there, but...
どうぞ。邪魔をしてしまってごめんなさい。入 入居の受付なら急いだ方が。
存じています。あと7分で終了でしょ。あなたも私もこちらの時間には慣れていないようですね。あなた、必要な書類はこれでよろしくて。
はい、十分ですレディ。それでは受理いたしますので、今日はお帰り。店員が一人増えたんでしたっけ。申し訳ありませんが、しばらくお待ちください。すぐに確認を取りますので。
Okay. I wonder how they turn to like, rivals at this point. They seems cordial for now. They're being polite. Ren was being polite in the beginning as well.
ね
え、ごめんなさい。お先にどうぞ。それとも私からの方がいいかしら。
いいえ、せっかくの心遣い慎んで受け取ります。私から質問をしますけどよろしい？
もちろん。お互い退屈しているようですし、こうして知り合えたのも何かの縁でしょうし。
同感です。これはただの勘なのですけど、一目見た時からあなたとは気が合うと思ったの。
Get along, eh?
第一印象の直感だけなんて魔術に携わる者としては根拠に欠ける余地ですけど。
まさか予測ではなく予知であるのなら直感によるものは大きいわ。それにあなたの勘は今まで外れたことがないと思いますけど。
Well, we know the end of the story, so, I mean...
あら、それはあなたの勘かしら？
ええ、私たちが同じものを感じて気を許そうというのなら、そうでなくてはおかしいもの。だって私も
外れない直感を持っているとおっしゃるのね。ええ、あなたの勘に間違いはありませんわ。私、初対面でも人柄を見誤ったことはありませんの。
ずいぶんな自信ね。じゃああなたの感想はどう？私はどんな人間に映るのかしら？
手強いけれど尊敬に足る競争相手というところかしら。見たところ同じ新入生のようですけど、私東洋系の方とお話をするのは初めてですの。失礼だけどあなたチャイニーズ？
Chinese?
本当に根拠なしね。どうしてそう思うの？
足の運びと重心移動かしら。昔そういった雰囲気の方にレッスンをしていただきました。もっともその方は祖国の名手でしたが。
Well, actually, what I was gonna say is like, you can tell someone's Chinese just by the way they move their feet. That's weird. I don't think that has any basis in reality. Because, well, I mean, the trope is like a lot of anime. Despite the characters basically looking the same, like, how can you tell, like, their race? But anyway. But actually, when I think about it, the way you move your feet, actually, because, Rin is proficient in a certain type of Chinese martial arts, actually. She was taught by Yorokobe Kotomine Kire, that guy. So that's why she's referring to, like, Chinese, I guess, maybe. Yeah.
なるほど。けどあなたの祖国って、失礼、こっちの答えがまだだったわね。残念、日本人よ。純血じゃなくてクォーターだけど。
日本人でしたの。まあそういうこともありますよね。これを機にもう一度友好を深めるべきという信託なのかも。よろしく、東洋の新入生さん。私の祖国はフィンランドです。
Yes, Finland. Which is interesting. Well, it's funny how, again, a lot of anime tropes, the thing is, like, because everyone's drawn the same, the way that people differentiate with race usually is through hair color. Actually, a lot of Americans in anime tend to be blonde, but I thought, yeah, she's not American. She's from Finland. Interesting. Which I think is also like a trope, you know, like a lot of anime characters, if they're like foreign technically, like not from Japan, then they're from Finland. A lot of people just from Finland. They just like the Japanese just love Finland for some reason. I don't know.
あなたに比べれば目と鼻の先ね。日本というのは地の果てにあるのでしょ。あなたまさか一人でここまで？
両親は奇跡に入っているわ。身寄りがないってわけじゃないけど、来年からは時計塔に席を置くの。ロンドンで東洋系は珍しい？
多くはないと聞きます。けれど名を残している方たちは皆一線級の魔術師だとか、人種によるハンデはないと見るべきでしょうね。
そう、よかった。本当言うと少しだけ心細かったの。
Kind of annoying sometimes, you know, if you just notice, but sometimes the voice lines and the actual like lines of dialogue, you know, they kind of like there's like two parts to them. Weirdly enough, if that makes any sense, because usually when you see them like here, like a big giant square in the middle, you know, it's easy to see all the lines, but then you don't know when to like go to the next line because there's also voice acting as well. Because usually, like a lot of visual novels, there's a voice line for the initial text box. If there's like a second part of the sentence, then it'll play after you go to the next box. But like that doesn't do that right now. But I don't know. Anyway, it's just
こっちには
pointing
1ヶ
out.
月だけ様子を見に来ただけなんだけど、会う人化け物揃いでしょ。天狗の鼻も折れるってこんなこと言ってもわからないか。
あら、天狗なら知っていたよ。日本の仙人、独角でしょ。天狗の鼻が折れるという格言は、強力な才能がさらに大きな力を前にしてお辞儀をするということだったかしら。
And also, oh yeah, they're talking. Well, I was gonna say they're talking in Japanese, but I guess they're not technically. I guess they're not really speaking Japanese. They're like speaking pseudo-Japanese, as in they're probably talking in English, but actually, it's like, you know, the voices are Japanese because it's a Japanese game. But anyway,
そうね。
because I was wondering like, why did she not know that she's Japanese? They're talking Japanese.
故郷じゃ自信満々だったけど、外に出て覚悟を決め直したって感じ。
あなたも？実は私も同じことを考えていましたの。本当に気が合うのね。
They're gonna get along well, right? But then what happened? Apparently they did not.
ねえ、あなたも一人でこちらに留学するのでしょ？でしたら
失礼します。ルビアゼリッタ・エーデルフェルト様、少しよろしいでしょうか。
いいところで邪魔をして。何？書類に不備でもありましたの？
いえ、書類に不備はございませんが、その7日前とは事情が変わりまして、率直に言えばあなたの希望は通りません。最上階を全て使用したいとのことでしたが、新たに一人入室希望者がありまして。
The entire top floor, eh?
入室希望がある？エーデルフェルトがこの寮を選んだという話はとうに知れ渡っているでしょ。一体どこの田舎者がわざわざこの私の機嫌を損ねるために入居希望を出したというのです？
This country bumpkin right here?
そちらのお嬢様です。推薦もロードの方から半年前にいただいておりますので、エーデルフェルト家の権限ではキャンセルできないかと。
Yeah, again, sometimes the text just like there's a part 2 to it, but then the voice still goes. I don't know. It's a little annoying to me. Whatever.
いいでしょう。我が家紋が劣るというのは聞き捨てなりませんが、相部屋が彼女でしたら考えないこともありません。
相部屋ではなくですね、ルビアゼリッタ様が契約した28部屋のうち1部屋だけ彼女が使うだけでして。
ですからそれを相部屋というのでしょ。
Livia, yeah, she's like, I mean, obviously from her blonde hair and her like, you know, Actually, what do you call it? Drill? Twin? Not twin. I was gonna say twin tails? No, twin tails is Rin's hairstyle. You know, the little, like, you know, drill hair, I guess, right? Any character, any anime character, like, who's blonde and has, like, drill hair, I mean, she's, like, probably mega rich, obviously.
一つのフロアに2人の人間が住むのですから、それを相部屋と言わず何というのです？彼女は私好きの使用人ではないのですよ。まあ、それも致し方ありません。本来なら許されないことですが、幸いにも私たちはこうして親交を深める機会を得ました。どう？私、あなたとなら相部屋も悪くはないと思うのですけど。
どうも何も私は何の文句もないっていうか、随分とお金持ちなのね、あなた。
決まりですわね。あなた、私と彼女を相部屋に。ああ、そういえば自己紹介がまだでした。私はルビアゼリッタ・エーデルフェルト。あなたは？
遠坂凛、日本から来た鉱石学科の魔術師よ。
遠坂、待ちなさい。その響きは確か。
Uh-oh, the music stopped.
ではミス遠坂、書類にサインを。
待ちなさい、その契約書。
何するのよ、それ私の。
遠坂、日本、冬木、遠坂凛。遠坂ですって？
何？
本当にどうしたのよ、一体。そりゃさっきからちょいぶっ飛んだ子だなって思ってたけど、何もそこま
で。お黙りなさい。よくもたばかってくれましたわね。まさかあなたがあの遠坂、聖杯などというデマを餌に魔術師を呼び寄せては騙し討ちにする卑怯かつ卑劣かつ卑怯な遠坂の娘だなんて。
Stabs in the back?
ちょっと、あんた今なんて言った？もしかして冬木の聖杯戦争を知ってるの？
Well, it's funny because, again, in the very beginning of Holy Ataraxia, we did see Rin. I don't know if it's gonna be explained, but like, you know, we did see like Rin and Sakura in the Elderfelt family, right? So maybe somehow they are involved. You know, the Elderfelt Magi, you know, bloodline were involved in the Holy Grail War, but not really involved in the one we know, I guess. But I don't know. She's really angry. This Luvia person is really angry about this for some reason.
冬木のことはよく知っているわ。あなたの先祖のことも日本の魔術師のレベルを調べ上げていてよ。結果は最悪。たまに希少種が現れるようだけど、それ以外は神秘を学ぶには足りない劣等人種でしたわ。
An inferior race. What? You were just saying that, I don't know. She was like praising like Tohsaka just a minute ago, but now she's like completely being such a bitch. out of nowhere.
どこのお貴族様か知らないけど、今のは聞き捨てならないわね。
聞き捨てさせるつもりなどありません。いいこと、あなたたちには尊い血など一滴たりとも流れてはいないのです。
She's suddenly racist. You know, she wasn't racist, but now she is for some reason. I guess she just really hates the Tosakas.
何の間違いで魔術を学び始めたか知りませんが、身の程をわきまえなさい。
I guess maybe not, well, I mean, sort of racist, but like more like, you know, magic racist. You know, that makes any sense? Like magical racism? She's more referring to like magical ability more so than anything else. And that is related to like bloodlines and, you know, and whatnot, so.
そこのあなた、今の話はなしです。この女の部屋は私の最上階にはありません。いいこと、こんな書類、我がエーデルフェルトの名のもとに。こうしてゴミにして差し上げますわ。
何？
エーデルフェルト様、何をなさるですか？
老
Hey, is the face. Japanese emoticon.
グーの音も出ないようね、辺境の自称魔術師さん。
There you go. It's the Ohohohoho.
ここはあなたの柄ではなくてよ。さっさと汚くて狭苦しい島国にお帰りになられたら。
この時代錯誤縦巻きロール。何？人種差別はしないとか言ってたの。私の空耳だったのかしらね。
That's what I was saying.
東洋人でも日本人だけは別でしてよ。先ほどはあなたがあまりにも一人で捨てられた野ネズミのようにさも寂しそうに見えたので情けをかけてあげただけですわ。ですがそれもここまで。あなたがあの遠坂特産の非人間と分かった今、かけるのは熱湯とガンドだけでしたよ。
Gander.
言ってくれるじゃない。おかげで私も思い出したわ。エーデルフェルト。そう、どこかで聞いた響きだと思ったらあのエーデルフェルトね。第3回目のエーデルフェルト、仲間割れで早々に退散したバカ貴族でしたっけ？
A
そ
third
の
war.
支援ぶりからすると逃げ出した後に遠坂怖い、遠坂憎いって子供たちに伝えていたってことかしら。
Tohsaka kawaii. It's funny how she said that.
笑えない冗談だけは達者のようね。今の発言もう取り消せませんわよ。
こっちのセリフよ。土下座くらいじゃ勘弁しないわよ、純粋培養のお嬢様。
燃えましたわ。もう消化できませんわ。あなた手袋を受け取る度胸はあって。
上等。もらえるならその趣味の悪いドレス丸ごともらってあげるわ。
その息やよし。部屋は一つ、住人は二人。もはや取るべき手段は一つだけですわね。
Wasn't it 28 rooms? But I guess not for Luvia.
ええ、敗者は勝者に道を譲る。万国共通、当たり前のルールよね。
I don't know about this. They're probably going to just destroy the entire dorm by fighting.
勝手に燃え上がらないで。マイルール禁止、すごく禁止。
Poor receptionist.
何を考えているですかあなたたちは。ここは礼節と和睦を重んじるノーリッチ学生寮ですよ。寮内では死闘はおろか魔術行為は一切禁止ですが。安心なさい。私は誇り高きエーデルフェルト家の当主です。
Ah yes, I'm super rich, so therefore the rules don't work on me.
相手が何者であろうとも魔術を使わぬのならこちらも肉体のみで答えます。あなたもそれでよろしくて。
Oh
ミス
no.
遠坂。
Are they gonna fight like fisticuffs? I mean, Rin does know martial arts.
望むところよ。けどそんなドレス姿で魔術なしの格闘戦をやろうっての？別にいいのよ、得意のガンドに頼っても。私はちゃんと礼節ある魔術師らしく都市空拳で戦ってあげるから。
その忠告遠坂にしてはいい心がけね。少し見直してあげます。ですが安心なさい。この程度のドレス私にかかれば。
Nani?
どう？ご覧の通り戦闘用にするのは造作もないことですわ。
Well, I mean, I guess it's sleeveless.
ですわって、何そのドレス。初めからアタッチメントでノースリーブになるようになってるの？
もちろんこのぐらいは淑女のたしなみです。
ない。世界中探してもそんなたしなみないから。
私があると言ったらあるのです。第一、喧嘩のたびにいちいちドレスを破っていては仕立て代がもったいないじゃないですか。
Ah, that is true. I mean, funnily enough, for a rich girl, she is pretty efficient.
あんた、もしかして喧嘩のたびにドレス破いてたわけ？
あ、いえ いいですか？闘志たるもの、いつどこで悪漢に襲われるとも限りませんでしょ。これはですね、そうなった時に備えたものなのです。なんですのその超信じられねえといった顔は。いいわ、信じないというのでしたらその体に直接教え込んで差し上げます。
構えた。あの安定感と前傾姿勢、こいつやる。
Okay, she does probably know how to fight as well.
少しはやるようじゃない、ルビアゼリッタ。ドレスの趣味はともかく、それなら遠慮なく叩きのめせるわ。
どうかね。板張りの廊下に感謝なさい、ミストーサカ。
Miss Tohsaka.
ハロー、ミスターアソニー、命で学生寮に危険物が現れました。私の残り少ないお給料がさらに減っていくんですの。
申し訳ありません、オクタビアさん。けど心配は無用。勝負はこの一撃で終わりますから。
登坂さん、年に似わずなんて見事なコンフ。マーベラス。自己流のアレンジが強すぎますけど、あなたの体格に合った見事な宝剣です。
Marvelous!
もらった。この間合いなら完全にこっちの勝ち。
甘いですわね、ミストーサカ。
Nani?
そんな。
Nothing personnel.
あれはどっしりと腰を下ろした血を這うがごとき戦闘態勢。
What did she do?
まさにキャッチアズキャッチキャン。
She crawled under the ground under like Tosaka's leg or something? What? Catch wrestling.
古の捕獲術、ランカシャースタイルだ。バック取りましたわ。
そんなプロレスなんて、あんたなんてマニアックだ。
She's a pro wrestler. Amazing.
やりました。フィンランド期待の星、リングの狩猟犬、淑女のフォークリフト、ルビアゼリッタ・エーデルフェルト。
Oh, did she suplex Rin? That's hilarious. He's dead.
なんと1ラウンド13秒 KO 勝ち。これはとんでもない選手が現れて。
And the receptionist became like, you know, the announcer in like a lot of like, you know, a lot of like shonen fighting anime. Especially if it was like a professional like sports anime. There's always the announcer guy that just says like, wow, oh my god, you know, like it's like being surprised every time like the characters do super moves or whatever.
3カウントですわね。ミストーサカ、あなたの敗因は自らの手を明かしたことです。戦いはゴングの前から始まっていたよ。
星が見える。
I can't believe Rin is dead. Well, there you go. That's why she hates Luvia.
すごいな、そりゃ。
Her opponent was impressive, but the same goes for Tohsaka, who jumped into the fray without any hesitation, as expected from a frequent offender. Maybe in a student dormitory instead of a school building, but that wasn't the first time Tohsaka had rampaged on school grounds.
で、そのまま第2試合に突入して泥試合か。気がつけば受付は崩壊、喧嘩両成敗と。あのさ、それ立ち入り禁止になったの登坂のせいじゃんか。
私だけのせいじゃないわよ。ルビアさえ突っかかってこなかったら、入学前から不名誉なあだ名はつけられなかったわ。
A nickname. I'm interested in that disgraceful nickname she mentioned, but oh well, it's probably something along the lines of monster or hurricane. Tatsumaki?
何よニヤニヤしちゃって。言いたいことあるなら言いなさいよ。
うん。けど怒るなよ。感じたままのことだからな。ルビアだっけ？その子、登坂と合いそうじゃないか。仲のいい友達って感じがす。
I saw the stars I hadn't seen in a while.
あまりにも決まりすぎたわ。 この一撃があの時出せていれば、あんなバックドロップなんか食らわなかったのに。
Her fists shake with self-satisfaction. I see. So Miss Luvia's death blow was a suplex, yep?
で、なんでその一撃を俺に見舞う？
一番言われたくない言葉だったから、体が勝手に反応したのね。
Like they say, one rotten apple spoils the barrel. It seems that due to meeting this Miss Luvia, Tosaka's level of violence has risen considerably.
変な誤解をする前に断っておくけど、ルビアとは絶対に仲良くなんかならないから。あの子の嫌いなものは日本人で、好きなことは日本人いじめだそうよ。私、最後に手袋投げられたし。
うわ、手袋って前時代的な。
But then again, from what I've heard, she sounds like the type. If Tosuka were to have a grown-up in England as well, I don't doubt that she would hurl one of those at me. Or have... Oh, have... I thought she was have a grown-up? That doesn't make any sense. Have grown up in England, rather. If she grew up, like if she was, like, born in England.
しかし、
Is what Shiro means?
すぎないか？日本に恨みでもあるのか？
But I thought... I don't know, I thought, like, throwing a glove at you meant... like, it was a start of a duel, not like the end of a duel. I don't know. I don't know how it works.
その子、ルビアゼリッタ・エーデルフェルトって言うんだけど、エーデルフェルトって言ったら割と有名な名門貴族なのよ。貴族のくせに傭兵みたいな家訓を持っていてね、争いがあれば喜んで顔を出し、美味しいところをかっさらう、地上で最も優美なハイエナと恐れられているとか。
なんかさ、ますます他人の気がしないんじゃない？遠坂。
黙って話を聞く。でね、そんな戦い好きの連中だから、物好きにも極東の島国の儀式に参加したのよ。今から60年前の話ね。エーデルフェルトの当主は双子の姉妹で、名の通った魔術師だったらしいけど、結果は惨敗。妹は戦死、姉はなんとか生還したんだって。
A pair of twin sisters, eh? Well, we did see them in the beginning, but they were like weirdly like Rin and Sakura, but that doesn't make any sense. But like it was from the perspective of Bazett, but I don't know, it's weird. This entertaining story suddenly took a stark turn. Eldefeld, the twin heads of the family, and also a ritual that was performed 60 years ago in a Far East island country. Well, I mean, Japan.
遠坂、それって。
第3次聖杯戦争のことよ。それで、ルビアは大の日本人嫌いってわけ。けど、私たちも甘く見られたものね。その双子当主、尋常じゃないぐらい仲が悪かったって話だもの。妹が死んだのも、結局姉妹同士の争いが元だって噂だし。そうだ、確かアインツベルンへの当てつけでこっちに洋館を建てたのよ。森の中に隠れ家っぽくね。
Hideout deep in the forest. What was that? Do you mean, is it the ruins or? I don't know.
それも姉妹別々に作ったらしいわ。姉妹なのに同じ空気を吸うのも嫌だったのかしらね。
Which is funny. I mean, again, we saw like Sakura and Rin, sort of, but like the Elderfelts versions, but like the sisters that hate each other. I mean, that would make more sense if it was Luvia and Rin actually, if they were like sisters in like a weird parallel dimension. Hideout in the forest. Moreover, the sisters had separate houses.
60年前に建てられた洋館。じゃあ、そのルビアって子、こっちに別荘を持ってるんだ。
あ、そっか。そういうことになるわね。けどあそこ、とっくに空き家よ。エーデルフェルトは二度と日本の土は踏まないって言ったらしいし、洋館そのものは魔術協会に譲渡したと思うわ。
It's all falling into place. I don't quite know what it is yet, but in any case, I've obtained another important piece of the puzzle.
魔術師の隠れ家ってあれかな。半年前の聖杯戦争で琴峰に騙し討ちされたっていうマスターのことか。
The master of Kotomine ambush in the Holy Grail War.
そうよ。魔術協会から派遣されて綺麗に霊樹を奪われた魔術師ね。ランサーのマスターが誰かを探しているうちに隠れ家を見つけたって話。エミヤくんなら知ってるでしょ？
Did we see this hideout before? Or was it... I mean, they said it was in the forest of the Ironsburn because they were doing it to spite the Ironsburn's family, but like, this hideout, is it the ruins or is it the Western Mansion we've always been visiting, or maybe some other place? Because if it was the Western Mansion, you know, the one that Bazett always wakes up in, it's not necessarily in the forest, is it? Or maybe it's close to it? I don't know.
結婚と霊樹を抜き取られた片腕が転がってたんだってな。で、その洋館がエーデルフェルトの洋館だとすると、それは2つあるんだな。
そういうことになるわね。例の姉妹はよそ様の戦場に出向いては洋館を建ててたから、エーデルフェルトの双子館って言えば有名みたい。
Then why haven't I ever heard of it? That's what I'm trying to say.
まあ、
It was so
私が
famous.
探し当てたのはうちの近くにある方で、もう一つの洋館がどこにあるかは知らないけど。
Or maybe it was that mansion, but like there's another one apparently.
また、遠坂の家の近くって、つまり美山町にあるのか。
そう、東大元暮らしよね。管理者である遠坂の鼻先に洋館を建てるなんていい度胸ってもんよ。
But then, ちょっと待って。Because they mentioned there were two houses. Maybe because the one we've been going to all this time, Shirou, we thought it was the same house that Bazett was in, but it was actually a different one. Right? Maybe? So maybe that's why we've always been missing her? Like we haven't seen her around because she was actually in a different house? Somehow? That we didn't see? I don't know. Well, that's exactly right. Looking back on it, that mistake was also the single biggest also the single biggest mislead for a certain someone.
あれ？興味あるの？エミヤくん？なんなら来週の休みにでも二人で見に行ってみる？
Next week? No, I mean, 4 days would have passed by then, so we can't go there. We gotta go there now.
ごたごたが全部済んだら、一緒に見に行くのも悪くない。
No, we should go there now. That's how we fix this whole mess in the first place, is to go there now. But I guess, I don't know. I give her an absent-minded reply while holding back my dizziness. Tohsaka's stories of her travels continue. The elephants, though, did not come up again. Okay, and then just talk some more. That's, miscellaneous information we don't need to know. More importantly, the twin mansion. So maybe we can go there now. So that's interesting. The entry hall has the eclipse scenes, right? Yeah. You go with Saber. I guess you can go with Saber again. Oh. I want to go back, actually. Yeah, okay. The little, like, basically like fan service scenes, probably. Is what it is, just like when we went to the swimming pool with Saber. There's another option. If I remember correctly, I think it was mentioned. We can go to like the school with Saber, that sort of thing. I'll check that out later. I think because there's not much else to do actually. There's the ghost house, right? Yeah, let's go there right now. This is the one, right? I guess it is in the forest. I didn't really notice that. I thought it was. Well, I mean, again, there's like two houses, two twin mansions. I thought it was like somewhere else, or I don't remember exactly. But anyway, let's go to the house. This is probably where Bazett is, maybe. I head towards the residential area of the neat rows of Western-style buildings. Going uphill, I make a detour around Tohsaka's familiar house into the woods. The glaring sunlight blinds me. I find the house I was looking for much sooner than I expected. Is this again? But is it the one that we're looking for? Or is it the same one? I don't know. So this is the other of the twin houses. Oh no, it's the one that was mentioned. The two Western-style buildings look too much alike. It makes you feel like I've suddenly teleported to Shinto with a single step, even though having just been in Miyama. If you look carefully, you'll notice that it's different from the one in Shinto. The image of this place at night, one that I have no memory of ever seeing. This is unmistakably the place where the Lady Magus and her servant were hiding out. Are you gonna finally see Bazett? You know, we were like tricked, last time. Oh. It's empty still, but like, I do see some blood, which is interesting. Was I too late? The second floor is too quiet. If I had arrived at this mansion a little earlier, that Magus might have been sleeping on that sofa right about now. I search around the room. I spot 3 differences from the mansion in Shinto. There's a bloodstain that was splattered on the floor half a year ago. Kotomine ambushed the master, stole their command seals. I mean, well, you remember, like Bazett's whole thing. Well, I think it's kind of obvious by now, but I don't want to say it just in case, I might be wrong. I don't know. So I'll have here an accessory lying near the bloodstain. And a 16 puzzle has been left on the table. I mean, that one's obvious. Obviously, like Avengers level puzzle thing. The Magus named Bazett isn't here, but there are definitely bloodstains. There are 2 possibilities that I can think of. Either that Magus is a ghost that doesn't know she's already dead. The real coffin must be someplace else. This is just the place where she comes falling down in the very beginning. Someone's wish, a method to reproduce the Holy Grail War. It's not enough to only gather the components. Just gathering the parts won't make the world move. If normal days were all they wanted, a stagnant world would have been good enough. If they wanted to reproduce the war, the one at the center of it all would have to keep moving, or the conflict would not reappear. You must discover the meaning of your existence. For that purpose, the one granting the wish disguised himself as someone who can keep the world turning. Or maybe he just borrowed this person's point of view. If he keeps the normal days moving, the fake Holy Grail War will keep moving as well. Though the day and night don't line up, they're definitely linked by that momentum alone. And it's because these 4 days still exist that Bazett Fraga McRemitz is able to continue her war. Or conversely, as long as the nighttime war keeps repeating, the observation of these 4 days can perpetuate as well. No, what's fake is only one person. Though he did make one mistake. It was a routine that consisted only of keeping the days turning. A simple task of spending the same old worn 4 days without the need to cause any changes whatsoever. On some impulse, he wound up finding it enjoyable. He intervened on purpose. As long as it remains incomplete and full of holes, it will never be destroyed. But because he wants to see new boring ordinary days, he's filling those holes of his own volition. Okay. Not sure what that all means, but alright. Fortunately, there's already a servant much more knowledgeable about this Magus than someone like myself. Sharing the God of War's blade is a job for the Hound Spear. The Hound? The Hound Spear? I mean, that's Lancer? I'll leave the house for now. My spoils for conquering this little hideout will be the accessory that fell on the floor. And what is it? As I turn to leave, my eyes stop on the table once again. I see a mixed-up, neglected picture. With just a little more, the puzzle that was never meant to be finished is about to be complete. We have obtained an earring. Her remains have been obtained. go to the harbor and try asking for cooperation once again. I mean, that's probably gonna ask Lancer, I guess, again. And with the earring? I mean, I think I know what that earring is, but I guess it's not telling us yet. We have to actually go to Lancer first. Well, there's no option to talk to Lancer, however, so, I mean, well, there's a scene with Taiga, Fujine, so, well, might as well. Might as well. We're all sitting in the living room as lunchtime draws near. Suddenly, while watching television,
結婚か。いいわよね。
do you want to get married? Those are the words I hear. I sense a sudden awkward tension in the air. I bet everyone feels the same way.
何タイガ、結婚する気あったの？
Setting her cup of milk tea down on its saucer with a clink, Ilya says what the rest of us are thinking. Sakura then speaks up as well.
爆弾って爆発する前に一瞬だけ静かになるって本当だったんですね。もし結婚式をするならアインツビルン城を貸してあげてもいいわよ。もっともタイガに相手がいればの話だけど。
Tohsaka is the next to speak. I don't know what's these weird transitions.
あれが爆破の瞬間ね。
相手なんているわけないでしょ。シロがだいぶしっかりしてきたからもう大丈夫かなって思ってたらいつの間にやら2人増え3人増えもはや桐次さんちは夢の温泉宿っていうか最近は女子校がトレンドなのね。もうともかくそんな状態になっている真靴から目を離す暇なんてあるわけないじゃないのよ。
Ah yes, the Emiya Brothel.
タイガ落ち着いてください。私に何ができるというのか。こうなっては教師として姉としてシロが人の道を踏み外さないよう真剣片手に監視するしかないと思いまして、でもそろそろ面倒いからサクッと虚勢するのも致し方なしと言いましょうか。我が国の伝統芸能である間引きシステムによって攻略対象を1人か2人ぐらい闇に葬るのも検討中というかですね。
What?
セイバー構わないからやっちゃいなさい。
なんか口にしてたら面白くなってきた。よしやってみよう。そうよね、あれこれ考える前にまずやってみるのが正しいわ。簡単だし。
I can't believe Tiger's dead. It did not look like a strong blow to me, but it sent Fujine staggering before she gently collapsed onto the floor. I feel sorry for Fujine, but this was the most appropriate and fastest way of dealing with the issue. Was it?
タイガは眠っています。すみませんシロ。とっさのこととはいえ強行手段を取ってしまった。
I don't know why you had to punch her in the gut, but alright. After carrying Fujine to her room, Saber apologizes.
いや、セイバーが謝ることじゃない。あのまま放っておいたらどんな惨劇が繰り広げられていたか。
To begin with, it was Tohsaka who gave the order.
何よ、あのまま藤村先生の本能の赴くままにしておけばよかったっていうの？
Is she really that dangerous? I don't know.
いや、文句はない。
Like a real tiger.
セイバーがやらなかったら俺が命を賭して食い止めなくちゃいけなかったろうし。
Thinking it over, I say we got away with minimal damage this time.
タイガにも困ったものね。結婚したいならもっと自分本位にならないとダメなのに。人のことばっかり気にして根っからの教師なのね。
Where's the tiger route? No tiger route. Why can't we marry Fujimura? I don't know. It's kind of weird though. She's like our teacher and also like surrogate sister, not I don't know what the word is. Like, you know, like not blood related, but also pretty much family. So it is kind of weird. Like marry as Shirou anyway to marry Fujimura, but I don't know. My oh my, remarks Ilya as she puts on another pot of tea.
エミヤくん、藤村先生もらってあげれば？
Sure.
ダメです。
But of course, our harem would get jealous. Lightning speed response. The words were out of Sakura's mouth before Tohsaka could finish saying sensei and almost seemed to leave a sonic boom in their wake.
冗談よ冗談。ほら、エミヤくんなんて驚いて固まっちゃってるじゃない。先輩、別にそういう意味じゃないんですよ。
Then what the heck does it mean is what I wanted to ask, but decide against delving in further.
しかしなんだよな、藤姉もさ、急に結婚とか言われてもピンとこないよな。
まあ普通はそうよね。特に私たちはそのあたりとの縁も薄いし。
She's right about that. None of the usual crowd that gathers here has what you call a normal life in regards to marriage or family living. Saber has experience, doesn't she? She was like king, right? She has a queen, technically, maybe. Right? Was that like explained? I don't know. Suddenly, Sakura's eyes meet mine. Tohsaka noticed. At an angle, I could see an unpleasant smile directed at me.
何言ってるのリン。あなた、神父が身元引受人だったくせに。
喜べ。
だからって教会に住んでいたんじゃないし、別に馴染みがあるってわけでもないわ。
I suppose so. Although I've never seen one myself, the churches where weddings are supposed to take place in Fuyuki. Is that...
ってことは、あいつに祝福されて結婚した人たちがいたって。
Yeah, imagine like Kotemene Kirei being the priest of your wedding. I don't know about that. That sounds, how should I put this, less like being wed and more like being judged before God. Some sort of weird, like, Twilight Zone, maybe. Or some weird sort of Twilight Zone.
そりゃいたわよ。ま、あんなでも神父としては火の打ちどころのないやつだったし、結婚式を挙げた人たちは満足してたと思うけど。
Right. The scary thing is, aside from his personality, as a priest that man was perfect. Well, when it comes to marriage, Kuzuki-sensei and Caster's story is the closest. Does that count?
よろしいでしょうか。結婚式ということでしたら、私にも経験があります。
Yeah.
一応ですが、挙式は城で行いましたので。
If you remember correctly, I don't know. I don't know if it's been said yet in the actual like visual novel, but you know, maybe in the profile, like mentions like Saber's lore and everything as King Arthur technically, or King Otoria, whatever. I mean, King Otoria or King Arthur had a wife, right? Technically. Sakura, Tohsaka, and I freeze in shock.
みんな何固まってるのよ。セイバーが結婚してたなんて当たり前のことでしょ。そういえばそうだったわね。
I see. Saber's legend includes a lot of facts that may or may not be true, but marriage is one that's often mentioned. It's just that knowing the way it ends, it can't possibly be a good topic to bring out of mere curiosity. I mean, well, technically that marriage ended in tragedy. I mean, it ended up killing her? Like killing, like, Saber? In a weird way, like a butterfly effect? Anyway. Tohsaka and Sakura seem to have the same thought as we exchange glances.
ねえ、どんな風に暮らしてたの？
あまり参考になるとは思いませんよ、イリアスフィール。それでも良いのですか？
ええ、参考にする気なんてないもの。
そうですか。
Well, this is the part where not having Fujine around really helps. Okay.
式そのものは盛大なものでした。国を挙げてのものでしたから、7日ほど続いたでしょうか。
7 days.
私と
Royal
彼女、
marriage.
ギネビアの婚姻は、国中に祝福されたものだったと言えるでしょう。偽りとはいえ、私も男性として彼女を愛そうと誓いました。
Yeah, Guinevere, right? Guinevere. And well, it's funny, the name Guinevere just reminds me of Dark Souls, to be honest, because that's a name in that game as well.
とはいえ、私は彼女の夫である前に王だった。もっとひどい言い方をするのであれば、王として彼女と結婚したとも言える。
じゃあ きじゃなかったのにその人と結婚したんですか？
ええ。私なりに彼女に好意を抱いてはいましたが、それだけでは夫として不十分だったのでしょうね。結果として私たちは互いを裏切ることになった。彼女が不遇の人生を送り、その名誉を汚された責任の一端は間違いなく私にありました。それでも確かに私はできる限り男性として彼女を愛そうとしたのです。婚姻そのものは政治のためでしたが、あの結婚式の時だけは彼女の幸福を切に願えた。それは私にとっても人間として幸福な時間だったと思います。
The way she told that story was much too calm. I cannot possibly understand just what kind of different emotions were mixing there. And with that, Saber's tale comes to an end with a smile, mixed with just a hint of loneliness. Oh, okay. Oh, it just ended with that. That's kind of like sad. I don't know. Alright. I thought it was gonna be more like a comedy scene, like, you know, Tiger just like jumps out of nowhere and like ruins the scene somehow, but no, it just ends on a somber note. I'm surprised. I don't know. A little bit disappointed actually. But talk to Lancer, or we can talk to Ryder. Well, we're getting probably near the end. We'll probably, you know, this is the last chance to do any kind of like extra scene. So, well, yeah, I'll probably do some more like, you know, normal scenes, and then I mean, we're probably having a chance to talk to Lancer anyway, right? So, well, we'll do Ryder's scene. And then the eclipse scenes, you know, the extra like clip scenes, again, they were like, I mean, you know, in the original, they were probably like the H scenes, but I have the, you know, mature content censored, probably, right? I'm hoping anyway. So there's probably just, you know, instead of the H scenes, it's just like, you know, just typical like fan service, family friendly scenes, you know. Probably I'll do that at the very end. I'm thinking. I don't know. Depends on. I don't know how it unlocks. We unlock a few, but I don't know how to unlock all of them, because there were like a bunch of choices, you know. When you choose the option to like hang out with somebody, there's like a bunch of options, but anyway. Perhaps I should pop into the storehouse for a moment and see how things look. All I've been doing here lately is organizing the place, so I thought I'd try fixing some of the broken things I had set aside for a change.
Shiro, ちょっとよろしいですか?
Boobies. Oh no.
Shiro, 調子が悪いので見ていただきたいと。どこか緩んでいるのか、手で押さえていてもぐらついて心もとないのです。これまで由楽のままに手荒に扱いすぎたせいなのか、少し触れただけで張りが弱くなっているようで。
Are you talking about your chest, or are you talking about something else, Ryder? Oh, so this huge chest barrier was Ryder. No, that's not it.
修理って何を？無理、そんなのの修理なんて絶対無理。というか俺がやったらダメすぎる。
Okay.
ほら、そういうことはセイバーには縁がないから。登坂だって関係ないよな。そうだ、さくらだ。さくらが詳しくないはずがない。今こそさくらが一番頼りになるとき。ああ、もうさくらしかいない。さくらで行こう。
What's it? I don't know, such a weird misunderstanding. You have a wild imagination, Shiro.
自転車のことなのですが。
Yeah, it's about the bike, not her boobs.
今、シロは忙しいのですか?
Why would she ask you to fix her boobs? That makes no sense, Shiro.
いや、さくらほどじゃないです。
涼しくなってきましたね、シロ。
Damn this height difference. If I were another head taller, I wouldn't have lost face in that misunderstanding. Just blame it on your height. Even walking beside her is just...
そろそろシロも首元が隠れるような暖かい服を着てはどうです？先ほどから吸血跡が目につい。
The blood... What?
涼しくなってきましたね。
Blood? Blood-sucking teeth marks? What are you doing, Ryder, when I'm sleeping? Hearing those words coming from so far above makes me feel like a kindergartner being spoken to by a teacher. The height difference is weighing on my mind whether I like it or not. Is it that?
ライダー背高いよな。
You shouldn't say that. She's very self-aware of her height.
はい。
Stop making her feel bad.
いや羨ましいんだ。俺ももう少し背が高ければって思ってるし。モデルみたいに凛々しいし、いるだけで人の目を引きつける魅力もあるじゃんか。
しかし可愛くはありません。
Not kawaii. Cute?
それには小柄であることが前提です。私にはどうしようもない。
True, cute tends to be used to praise something small and delicate, and Ryder has just the opposite qualities.
可愛いって思われたかったんだ。
What would a cute Ryder look like? Clutching a plushie that she always talks to? Playing video games and getting so absorbed in it that she moved along with the characters? Hitting her head on the coffee table and knocking herself out? That feels like more like clumsy and ditzy. More than anything else, I guess. Peeking at the tea cakes that Issei shared with me, saying, "Hoo hoo, what shall we do with these, Shiro?" and grinning ear to ear, okay? I think all those positions are already filled. People yearn for what they do not have, and apparently even Ryder, who looks like a faultless beauty to me, is no exception.
けどそればかりは仕方がないやな。そうだ、逆にさ、背が高くて得したことは？
あまりないですね。
There are none.
例えば商店の一番上の棚にも手が届くとか、人混みの中で待ち合わせの時目印になるとか。
不利益と差し引きすればマイナスだと断言できます。
不利益？
What are the disadvantages? She has a pensive, melancholic look as if she's deep in thought. Looking up at her, I get the impression that she's really distressed on the inside. Perhaps there's lots of filth I end up not seeing due to my height, but Ryder has in plain view. Even so, I'm still envious of tall people. They can forget the minor stuff and let their feelings become grand. Yeah, that's right. Climbing up to a high place makes you feel so grand that you just want to yell at the top of your lungs. Isn't that nice, being up in high? By virtue of being so tall?
Yahoo!
Well, Yahoo? Was that Ilya? We'll go around yelling Yahoo at my age. Nobody in their right mind, that's for sure.
違う、このヤッホーは。
Nani? Ilya. Coming from high up, watch out! Flying, falling. That is an inevitable law of physics, and not even Ilya is above it. However, why is it that creatures that cannot fly in the sky always try to do so? The real reason might be that falling is more fun than flying, rather. Okay. She dives, keeping herself in a basic arch stance, and I execute a perfect catch. But I couldn't cancel out the kinetic energy. In my rush to protect Ilya, I end up tumbling magnificently to the ground.
いたずらが過ぎるぞ。
Ilya seems to be alright, although my now battered body is another story.
たく、ここにはガラクタが山ほどあって危ないんだからな。崩れてきたら怪我どころじゃ済まないんだぞ。
That's why I want to be taller. I could have caught her easily just now.
シローは心配性なんだから。
I stiffened, thinking she may have gotten caught on something. I look back. The bicycle Ryder was pushing has fallen down. Ryder has frozen stiff, her arms held in the air as if still holding the handlebars. Oh.
ライダー？
She hasn't even noticed that the bicycle is down. I look over to her to see what might be wrong and realize that the pupils of her eyes behind her mystic eye-killing glasses aren't focusing.
ライダー、どうかしたのか？
What's wrong with her? It malfunctioned.
姉様
Nesama? So I was her elder sister? Come to think of it, every time Ryder is with me, she is always considerate, stepping aside and acting with particular respect. Honestly, I don't mind her reserved demeanor, but I have been struggling to find the words to describe that kind of distance between us. I see. So I was her elder sister. Like hell I am. No.
いえ何でもありませんシロ
Okay.
どうか今のはなかったことにしてください
Ryder looks around awkwardly. She's behaving really suspiciously.
そう自転車の調子が悪いので見ていただきたいとどこか緩んでいるのか手で押さえていてもこの通り少しぐらついて心もとないのですこれまでユラクのまま手荒に扱いすぎたせいでしょうが一つシローの手で修復をお願いします
ああ、それはさっき聞いた。そしてそれは自転車じゃなくて猫の大好き空間スリルキャットタワー。猫が登ったり爪を研いだり用を足したりする万能ジャングルジムで藤姉がどこからか拾ってきていつの間にか勝手にここに置いていったやつ。
Honey, I'm confused. The bike is still down there. I guess she probably, like, for some reason, took the wrong object. What does Ilya do? Why is she doing it again? As if to break through the awkward silence, the white one dives again. I can't take my eyes off this little berserker for an instant, huh? Berserker. Because she's a berserker's master. Anyway, this time, the comet is heading straight for Ryder.
ライダー、頼む。
はい
She'll be fine. With her tall stature and supernatural strength, she can catch Ilya easily. How nice it is to be tall. Shiro just wants to be tall. Huh? Look, she doesn't even flinch after catching Ilya. She doesn't flinch, but...
なんで
Dumbstruck, Ryder has turned to his statue. What's wrong?
ライダー
ライダー怖がってるや
Is this triggering some, like, trauma? I remember, like, her sisters, right? Maybe it's because of that? Ryder, of all people, is shrieking in terror. Oh no, Lowly's her one weakness. All the while attempting to shake off Ilya, who is clinging onto her. There are some serious psychological issues at play here, no doubt.
ダメシロ早く取ってください
失礼ねフロイラインを毛虫みたいに扱うなんてそんなこと言うライダーにはこうしちゃうんだから
Hugging her neck, Ilya rubs her cheek against Ryder's face. Okay, weird animation. What a strange reaction. They'll tell me there are secrets to Ryder which we are not yet aware of? There are indeed. Now, let us tell the tale of a distant foreign country, alright? It is a dark tale, tainted with fresh blood. The story of a female monster, the mere mention of which makes one tremble in fear. The legend of Medusa. Yeah, we did like briefly saw this before. She was Medusa and everything. It takes place in a foreign land known as the Shapeless Isle. A faraway island that lies beyond Okeanos, known to no one but the three Grey Witches. The Grey? It is said that a fallen goddess that transformed into the terrible Gorgon lived there. Many warriors reached this temple, shrouded in mystery. Some went to confirm the legend of the Gorgon. Others went to claim the glory of slaying the Gorgon. Some were dispatched to the island with an oracle's dazzling prophecy, yet others equipped themselves with swords, spears, bows, and arrows and traveled there with nary a word spoken to anyone else. Yet none of them still breathe. Not a single one escaped the island alive. They did not die and return to the earth either. Turned into stone alive, their lives simply ended there. The owner of the Sibyl, the mystic eyes of petrification, walks through the temple. Her hair is like silk of the Far East, and her skin is white like freshly fallen snow. And yet she is drier than the desert of Nubia, and more vicious than a sandstorm. No. She gazes at the stone statues of the petrified heroes, taking special note of them. The statue of a huge man carrying a spear. His bulging sinews remind her of the great physical strength he had while he was still alive. As the temple's queen looks over the stone figure, her lips curve slightly. She raises her strange-looking dagger overhead in front of the pitiful man. Pulling the chain attached to the double-edged dagger now sticking out from the statue, she wraps it around another statue. Standing in front of the chain now stretched between the two figures, she bends down to the basket at her feet and picks up a heap of laundry. Oh, she was using it as a laundry pole. I guess another flashback to Ryder's past.